You think this is just a story? It's not, it's a promise. A promise I made to a younger, more awkward version of myself, standing in the corner of a brightly lit living room during what was supposed to be a joyous family gathering. The air was thick with the scent of pine and roasted turkey, but all I could taste was the bitterness of humiliation. My cousin Daniel, the golden boy, was holding court. He paraded his new, top-of-the-line gaming console, a gift for his stellar grades, while I clutched the worn, second-hand book my parents had lovingly wrapped for me. "Still reading about other people's adventures, Leo?" He'd sneered, his friends erupting in laughter. "Some of us are busy living our own." He patted his designer jacket. "Maybe one day you'll get a real job instead of just dreaming." His words were like stones, and they built a wall around me, but also a foundation. That night a fire was lit. My journey wasn't glamorous. It was forged in the quiet desperation of late nights and the harsh light of early mornings. While Daniel's social media feed filled with exotic vacations and extravagant parties, my world shrank to the four walls of my room, illuminated by the glow of a computer screen and piles of textbooks on coding and market analysis. I worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs, stocking shelves at a grocery store, washing dishes in a greasy diner. Every dollar saved was a brick in my future empire. Rejection letters became my wallpaper, each, "We regret to inform you," a stinging reminder of how far I had to go. The garage, cold and smelling of oil and damp concrete, became my first office. My startup, a humble software solution I believed in, was built on instant noodles and sheer unyielding willpower. I'd occasionally see pictures of Daniel laughing, surrounded by his sycophantic friends, and a caption would mock my little garage project. He had no idea he was fueling the engine of the man who would one day own his world. Years melted away, the world turned, and fortunes with it. The setting was a sterile, high-tech boardroom on the 50th floor, with a panoramic view of the city I had fought so hard to conquer. Daniel, now a polished executive in a suit that cost more than my first car, stood nervously before the board of directors. His presentation flickered on the large screen, his voice trembling as he tried to justify dwindling profits and a series of catastrophic market misjudgments. The company, once a titan, was bleeding, and he was failing to stop it. Then, the heavy oak doors swung open. A hush fell over the room. I walked in, not the awkward boy he remembered, but a man tailored in quiet confidence and undeniable authority. I didn't say a word, just took my place at the head of the table. The lead board member cleared his throat. "Mr. Vance, I'd like to introduce you to our new chairman and the majority shareholder of this corporation, Leo Maxwell." I watched the color drain from Daniel's face, his expression a perfect, frozen mask of disbelief and horror. The golden boy had finally met his reckoning. Now I sit in this office, his former office, and look out at the sprawling city skyline, a concrete jungle I have made my own. The view from the top is exactly as I imagined, clear, quiet, and peaceful. It's not the feeling of revenge that satisfies me, but the quiet affirmation of my own worth, the knowledge that I built this from the dust of his mockery. Through the grand window, I see a figure exit the building far below. It's Daniel. He pauses on the sidewalk, looking lost and insignificant, before being swallowed by the anonymous, bustling crowd. He's just another face in the city I now own, and as the sun sets, casting long shadows that look like new kingdoms, I know my story is far from over. This is just the beginning.